Hi, everyone. So, we're going to talk about portrait photography this week because it's something I know you can do in your house. I know some of you might not have willing subjects in your house, but you're going to have to try to talk them into it and be nice. So, portrait photography is a person or group of people in a photograph or an artwork. Um, I will accept animals this time. Normally, I don't accept animals because I really want you to try to work with lighting and things and trying to do the things that we're going to go through here in a minute. But with this and the way that we are right now, it is fine to do animals if you'd like to. So you want to try to capture their personality and mood of the subject. So here's one with Dorothea Lange. She actually was a photographer during the Great Depression, as when she was taking pictures. So she found this migrant worker who was sitting there with her kids, and this just happened to be this way. And you can see she took other pictures of it. She had four children or three children. Sorry, there's two there and one there that looked like they hadn't bathed in a while and were really. They have this portable tent type thing up for shelter, and it seems to really represent that time period. And you can see the worry and stuff on her face. So this is Annie Leibovitz. Annie Leibovitz. Anyway, she is a little bit different. She is one who is taking more photos of celebrities and things. So some of these pictures you may have seen before. I'm going to go ahead and move me up here a little bit. So she is known for taking very good dramatic lighting pictures of celebrities. And so here's one where she took the pictures for um, this shot, obviously, of Beauty and the Beast. Here's another one. Okay. So this is working with studio lighting. Now this is normally where I'm going to go ahead and X my face out. This is where you would normally use my ring light and stuff to try to capture those images. What you're going to have to do is use the lamps around your house. Sometimes I'll even to get lighting the way I want it to. If I'm trying to take a picture of my girls, I'll actually take the lampshade off and then move it in different ways. Sometimes use a flashlight. You can use a bed sheet that's like white or something if you want to try to reflect the light to be the same on the other side. Here's some images outside. So if your parents are allowing you to go outside around your house, then you can try to take some with a natural light. This is a good one to try to really do the golden hour, which we talked about with landscapes last time. Now, we also talked with landscapes about depth of field. So that's the distance between the object and the camera. And we talked about how focusing on it in different places is what's going to help you. So down here at the bottom, this is if you had your aperture, shutter, ISO, and distance. The distance is how far you are from the object. So this is the ISO. That's going to be in old camera speak. That was the film speed of what you wanted to use. It affects the light and how much you let in. The shutter speed, this is for 1/40th of a second. And then the F8, that is your f-stop, and that would be where you would put your camera. Your shallow depth of field is very, very blurry in the back. It's really trying to push you to focus on the foreground. It's kind of interesting because if you look at paintings and things, this types of shallow depth of field actually happened during the Baroque era. You'd actually see the focus in that light area here, and then this blurriness back here, and just where the background doesn't matter, and get you to focus on the foreground. That was also a concept that started happening in paintings during the Baroque era. So when you're taking a portrait, a lot of you are still on the point of just taking the same picture over and over and over again. You really want to try it in different ways. So like we've talked about in other assignments, use your legs, get down, and you might be on your knees and then look up at the person. Another time you might stand on a chair and have them look up a little bit, and so you're getting that bird's eye view. Try it really zoomed in, so maybe it's just their face. But if you're doing it with your phone, you can't necessarily zoom in so much. You're actually going to have to just move your body really close. The more you zoom in with your cell phone, the worse the quality of picture is. It starts to get very grainy. Okay. Check the background. Just like if you're doing a Zoom notification and you're talking to your class, you don't want a lot in the background. The same happens with a portrait. You really want to try to make sure that you're finding areas that are not going to take away from the model. Because if you're taken away from the model, you have lost your portrait, and you want to make sure you're really focusing on that person, or like I said, in this case, your animal. And are they looking at the camera? Do you want them looking away? Try different things with them. One, you might just try to do some candid pictures where you're just trying to capture the moment of them moving. Other times, one of my favorite pictures of my daughter is when she was little. She bent over to smell a flower, and I just squatted down and took the picture up a little bit. And I caught that moment of her being a little kid and, thinking it's pretty. She's about 3 years old, and smelling that flower and telling me how pretty it was. So sometimes those little moments are what makes it really special. And don't forget to use the rule of thirds. It doesn't have to be every time, though. Make sure that you're trying different things and not the same thing over and over again. Just because it's a rule doesn't mean that it can't be broken. Okay. So for this assignment, you're going to be taking 25 pictures, and you're going to go ahead and do your contact sheet for tomorrow, which is Tuesday. So you're going to do that for tomorrow. And then after that, we will have your pictures due by Friday by midnight. So your Thursday assignment, and I will put all that together. So you're going to see kind of the layout, but that is what you are working on for this week. I hope you have a great week, and I will talk to you soon.